Hello and welcome back to the Bennett Porch. And today I am happy to introduce you to Emma Hoffman, who is a seasoned Bennett consultant. Emma is one of a kind. She is a third culture kid, born in New Zealand, raised and educated in 6 different countries, including Samoa, Hong Kong, and Gibraltar. Emma has been in the US since 1996. And at Bennett, she works with families moving all over the world, but she specializes now in placement into U.S. colleges. And so today she has joined us, and we're going to discuss specifically the role of the personal statement, or the essay, in U.S. college applications. Some do's and don'ts for students and those who might be supporting them, and really how to approach the college essay. So welcome, Emma. There are many parts to the application process for students applying to college or university in the U.S. Grades, teacher references, all of that. What is the role or the function of the personal statement or the essay in that process?
Well, there's a reason it's called the personal statement, and that is that it's about the student. This is the spot where the student can really let admissions know who they are, what motivates them, what's important to them, what drives them. It's a way to differentiate themselves from other students whose applications may look very, very similar to theirs.
So Emma, what kinds of advice would you give students who are about to sit down and start working on that essay? Perhaps some tips to help them?
Well, I would definitely say first, make sure you give yourself enough time to brainstorm. You can't underestimate the importance of the brainstorming session. You may think you're going to write about something. You may think you're going to respond to a certain prompt. But in fact, more and better stuff will come out of another prompt, having gone through that whole brainstorming process.
Say that I'm writing my college essay, and I have been through an endless brainstorming stage. I've changed my topic multiple times, and I have finally decided that I'm going to write my essay about my passion for, building model airplanes. So what's next? What would you tell me now?
Well, I think I would tell you to really think about why do you like building model airplanes? What is it you want to communicate in your personal statement about yourself that will look good, that will reflect well on you? Are you, for example, detail-oriented? Are you patient? Old-fashioned? All these things you can convey through your story about the model airplanes.
I have figured out what it is that I want to convey with my essay, and I start writing. But I'm very self-conscious, always wondering if I'm sounding the right way for my admissions audience. What kind of advice could you give me about how to put down that worry while I'm writing?
Well, admissions people want to see who the real you is. They want to see who they're getting on campus. They don't want somebody else's voice. They want to hear from you. They're interested in you. So I would say, be authentic, be real, be proud of who you are, and put it down on paper.
What are some of the common mistakes that you see students make as they approach the essay or the personal statement, and how can they avoid them?
Okay, a lot of students, I think, don't necessarily give the personal statement the time and the respect that they should. It's a very important part of the application. They may sacrifice brainstorming, for example, if they start too late and end up writing about the wrong topic, which makes it even more difficult in the long run.
That's interesting what you said about how a student might end up writing about the wrong topic. How do you know if it's the wrong topic? And you, as somebody helping students with their personal statements, what do you see when a student is deciding on a topic, and how do you know how to guide them towards the right one or the wrong one?
Well, it's quite simple, really, in that the right one is the one where sort of a light bulb goes on, you sit there and you just can't stop writing. I've seen students think they've chosen the right subject, the right topic, and after a paragraph, they're like, well, that's it. It doesn't flow off their pen or off their keyboard.
So let's say that I have brainstormed appropriately, I have chosen my topic, it feels like the right topic for me, and I'm now writing. What final pieces of advice would you give me? Things to do or not do as I continue with this?
Well, I can't stress enough how important it is to be your authentic self. You want your voice out there. You don't want to use language that's too wordy or doesn't sound like you. And you certainly don't want to have anybody else write this personal statement for you. This is your opportunity to put yourself out there.
But I have seen you work over the years with kids of all different ages going into all different kinds of schooling systems around the world. And I know that you really love working with kids on their personal statements. Why is that? Like, what is it that you enjoy about that so much? And we all know that you're incredibly good at it. So what is that?
Well, what I really love is they come in and they tend to dread it. They tend to be really nervous about this thing. And I just love getting to know them, getting them to think and talk about themselves, sort of understand what their strengths are, feel good about themselves, and get it all down on paper. And we have a great personal statement at the end. What I think I like even more is that they come away knowing about themselves a little bit better and hopefully being a bit more confident about who they are, what they can contribute upon. That's the bit I like best.
Well, thank you, Emma, for coming over today and for all of your insight and enthusiasm on the topic.
Thank you so much. It was really enjoyable and very nice to get out of the house.